Hey guys, welcome back to another Archi Diaries video. I know it's been quite some time since I posted on here, but it's just been quite a few busy weeks. We've obviously had Ramadan and Easter, and so I wasn't really in the mood to film anything, but I did want to document my final year architecture project. And so in this video, I'm basically just going to have a little chit chat with you, update you on what's happening at the moment, and also answer some of your questions while I show you the process of making my final year architecture model. So if you're not already familiar with this project, then I would say go check out the rest of the Archi Diaries playlist. I've been documenting my tutorials and kind of feedback and design process week by week over there, so you can get a bit more familiar with what my project is. Right now, this model is essentially 12 A2 panels of a infrastructural based city, paradise city, that I've previously designed through drawings, and now I'm kind of like creating a sort of physical manifestation of. And so over the past, I would say like 2 months, I've been 3D modeling things, designing stuff, and kind of basically like crafting all of these elements to create these panels. And these panels themselves are quite layered and multifaceted. They have various different elements and components to them, which I won't go into detail right now, but essentially there's a lot of work and a lot of little fiddly bits that are involved. And so this past week has just been the biggest push because I wanted to get the bulk of it done this week so that I could have enough time to finish it off, photograph, finish my portfolio, and so on. Our deadline currently, today it's the 29th that I'm recording this. Our deadline is on the 10th, so we've got almost, I guess, less than 2 weeks to go. And so it's been a really, really big push. And honestly, it's been really stressful too, because each day I'm kind of either like slightly ahead or like slightly behind, but basically on track. But I like to plan things, and hopefully all of this does go to plan. So the model essentially consists of various different components. Some of them are 3D printed, like this one here that I'm trying to stick on. Some of them are just patterns that are cut out. But most of it are elements that are laser cut. And as you can see here, I basically 3D modeled these threads or these elements, printed them, and then laser cut them. And it's a very kind of like big learning curve for me to try and do all this, because I am not good at model making. But I think over time, and obviously doing 12 separate panels, it's gotten a lot easier, which is great. But yeah, it's been super, super stressful and super busy. Luckily, I've had access to this amazing workshop at university where I've not only had like the space and the facilities, but also the team there that have, helped me kind of like make sure everything is running smoothly, and, anytime I can ask some questions and stuff like that too. So I'm really just grateful for that. On a separate note, this model in its entirety has cost me quite a bit. So if you would like to see like a breakdown video of how much I actually spent on this model, then I'd be happy to do that, because I have been keeping track. And I know if you don't already follow me on Instagram, I do document most of my, I guess, working days on there. So you can see what the process is like in real time on the daily. And I just wanted to kind of answer a couple of different questions that I've been getting on Instagram that I haven't really been able to answer as expressively. So one of the questions I got was, how do you stay really productive every single day? And the truth is that I don't. So I have begun to kind of like take the weekends off almost, which I know people do when they treat their uni work as a 9-to-5 job and they take the weekends off. And I'm finding that it's actually really helping me right now, even if I'm in the thick of it during deadlines, because you do need that like mental break. And the rest about being productive is actually just down to like planning, having a very decent, simple, straightforward to-do list, and making sure that you give yourself, some breathing space and some breathing time, so that if something unexpected does happen, then you do have that kind of like leeway. So always prepare for the unexpected and have a few backup options just in case. And in terms of like everyday productivity, at this moment, I'm kind of just like I just need to get this done, and I know, or I hope, that the results will be worth it. So yeah, that's all I'm hoping for, really. But if you do have any other questions, or if you would like me to kind of like vlog these final few days of the deadline, what I've been up to, how I'm putting my portfolio together, then please let me know in the comments, and I will definitely try and do so. But other than that, if you are also a student and you're also, in the thick of it with deadlines and things coming up, then I wish you all the very best. Please, please, please do try and get some sleep during this period. I know it might seem counterintuitive, or you might feel guilty about it, which I can totally understand, but it is highly important. So please do get some sleep before anything else. And yeah, I'm always here to answer any questions if you have. But that's all from me today, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I know I haven't explained much, but it's honestly just shots of me working in the workshop, putting together some of these panels, just showing you a little glimpse of what I've been up to this past week. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.